Am I ready?
Yep.
All right, trapping season's rolling. What's up, guys? We've been trapping on some other properties. Had a lot of luck this week. We caught 4 coyotes this week on another piece of property. Actually, well, we got some coyotes, but we got a lot of bobcats. Caught several bobcats here over the last couple of years. I'm gonna show you my trap here because I haven't done a lot of talking about the traps we use. This is Minnesota brand 550, 2 coil, offset jaw, very good trap. Love them. That's the only ones we've really used a lot. It works well. We put a spring in it, and that seems to really help with the coyotes pulling. And then we use these stakes, drive-in stakes, piece of cake. That's all you can get. You can get it at Minnesota Trap Line. This is a place right here where I caught 2 or 3 bobcats last year off this one stump, and we're gonna set that now. So come on a little closer and we'll get started. Got my dirt pan here. I'm gonna start off by making sure that I can get my dirt hole in here the way I want it to be. And I'm definitely gonna be able to because it's right where it was last year. I'm just gonna make sure I can make something that is very visible, that they can see. Man, there must be something in that hole. You know, that's what we want. Do that right there. And I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna pull this leaf back a little bit. I'm gonna come right out from this hole and I'm gonna put me a spot for my trap. Always remember, just like we've talked about before, you don't want to dig the hole too big. If you dig it too big, then you're gonna have play in that trap and they step on a corner of it, it moves under their foot, game's over. They'll either dig it up or move on. You just want to make sure that you lay it in there good and sturdy. Here's a trap. We're gonna go ahead and get it in there and see what it looks like. The thing I love about these traps is you can fold that over when you're setting them. Always make sure your pan's good and level. A lot of times over the years, a lot of use, they'll get crooked on you. So we're gonna bevel that out just a little bit more right there. Now, I typically like to get it pointed straight at the hole, but there's some root right there, so we'll get it kind of right here. Set it just like that. That should be good. Come out, hold. We're gonna drive our stake in the ground. My ground's loose. Ain't going nowhere. Pull back a little dirt where I'm gonna hide everything. Hammer all that in the ground good. Okay, there we go. Cover all that up good. All right. Then I like to use these covers. I buy them from Minnesota too. You can use a coffee filter or anything like that to cover your pan, where when you put this, we got a lot of freezing temperatures and sleet and stuff coming tonight. So we're gonna surround this with peat moss, just clean peat moss to keep it from freezing up. Because what it'll do is that trap will freeze against the ground. We're just gonna make sure we fill all that in nice and neat. Uncover the pan. And come back in here with the dirt. Cover it with a little light layer of dirt. I don't ever want it mounted up too bad on the top. So I just uncover that pan again. Make sure that that's thin on that pan. Feather this all back in. That's all we need right there. Now we got a little something. And what I'll do, since there are so many leaves right here, I'll just make sure I get a good handful of this loose leaf and stuff and just cover it up a little bit. You don't want anything big in the way. You just want it to look like something got in here and dug and all this grass. There you go. That's a set trap. We're gonna do a couple more of these up this road, and then we're gonna put the bait in it.
Okay.
All right, setting this other set, and we're on this little road. It's kind of a tunnel, and anyway, they come up and down this. Bobcats love this big ditch, and but anyway, one thing I have started doing is I used to just out of habit, I guess, set on one side of the road, and was watching a video a while back. I can't remember who I was watching, but they talked about alternating sides of the road because the wind direction. So if a dog's coming this way and the wind's blowing from this way, this might smell this dirt hole, might smell the other one. And I don't know why I never had thought about that, but it's definitely something worth noting to try to alternate your sets up and down the road based upon which way the wind may be blowing when they come by. But anyway, just something worth. This hole right here is gonna be all right. We're gonna get it set, and then we'll bait them up. All right, so I don't think I've actually ever shown any videos about my baits and stuff just because we haven't. This is my bait bucket. This is what we call the stink bucket. There's a smorgasbord of smells here, but I'll talk a little bit about the things I use. First though, a general idea about why I bait the way I do. I used to be super light, and I kind of would try to be species specific, so it'd be like coyote gland, you know, a coyote predator bait, a coyote pea, urine around the trap or whatever. I don't do that anymore. I will do that a little bit for bobcats, but a smorgasbord of smells is fine. You can use coyote stuff, you can use a little feline. Normally I'll just do like one gland, one bait, and one urine, but still it doesn't matter because I want this to seem like a high traffic area, and the more smells the better for me. If it scares them off, it scares them off, but I like catching them. So, and I've seemed to have more luck when I just really put a lot of smell on the trap. So for this one, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna put a little coyote spray, and I'm gonna take and use my Hiawatha Valley bait. It's just a predator bait, kind of a all-inclusive predator bait. You get it from Minnesota Trap Line as well. I just take, dip a stick in, and I get a dollop, you know, kind of like if you was trying out the chocolate on the, just going on the cake. That's what I want. And I just take it, I set it right there in the edge of the hole. And then I am going to use Feline Lure right here. This is the same brand, Cavin's Feline Fix, Bobcat Gland. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take a stick right here, and I'm actually gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna take this gland, I'm gonna rub this stick up with it, and I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna put a little bit of that, just rub it on that log, just where it's out. Then I'm gonna take and put it in another place, not in my dirt hole, because the idea is I want to get footprints here. I want to get them stepping around, really checking this out. So still focused to an area, but the smells moved around a little bit, different smells. Then I have what I call my push stick. This is the only thing this little piece of rebar has ever been used for. It's been through a lot. And I just take, so I can get it all the way down in that hole, and I just push my bait down in that hole. And I just kind of rub it on the way out so that smells all over there. And that's it. Over here, I'll probably use some fox pea, and I'll use some more feline gland, I think. But I'm gonna use that same, actually I have another bait that they have called Terminator, and I'm gonna use it too. So mixing it up, hopefully we'll have some caught here in the next day or two.